Welcome back, everyone. I might say one thing, but Chris might hear something totally different. Men and women certainly have different ways of communicating.
And understanding those differences can help you navigate your relationships. Here to help us with that, Dr. Rachel Daigle with Daigle Professional Services. I mean, is there anything more true on the planet these days, and how men and women are like, wait, what are you talking
Polar
about?
opposites.
Yeah.
Well, and you think we've been around each other long enough, we would have figured some of these issues out.
Right.
But it really is understanding that gender filter, the way we've been conditioned, those different types of aspects of the communication piece.
Right, even how we talk to children sometimes, boys versus girls, right?
Most certainly. Marlene Lathrop, she's a psychologist and she focuses on communication styles. From infancy, boys and girls are treated differently. The research that she did a great article on communication styles, and boys, they tend to be talked to by both mothers and fathers more loudly. To our infant girls, we coo and we caress more. There are these expectations that are starting very, very early. Boys who cry or behave fearfully, they're treated, in my estimation, more harshly, and things are said like don't cry, don't be a sissy, you know, these types of things. And for girls, it's much more readily accepted to have some of the more male principles, as I would see them, like a tomboy. That's much more acceptable.
Yes, it is. You can go play rough in the backyard with your brothers, and it's okay.
Yes, yes. So one of the things I want to just say from the get-go is that we are talking in generalities, commonalities. Know that within specific gender groups there are a vast varieties of ways to communicate, and I do not mean to demean those or put those down in any way, shape, or form. It's simply we're talking about the most general, the most common.
Yes.
The ones we struggle with.
Which ones are the most distinct or the most common?
We've got a graphic too, right? That'll help,
we do.
That'll help
we
show
do.
some of these because there are, men's on one side, women's on the other.
Yes.
We'll pop that up real quickly. There you go. Men, obviously, right there on the blue. There we go. The blue and the pink. We're doing it again.
More direct in their wants and needs. Men are taught to, and Chris, feel free to jump in here too. I don't, because there are two women here. But men are taught to compartmentalize. It has to actually do with the way the brain processes more efficiently. For instance, often women can tend to be insulted if they're having a serious conversation with their significant other, and he moves then into football and quite quickly. And of course, there is that ability to just like, I'm done with this subject. But apart from that, separate from that, is that he's able to leave that subject behind, and those types of processing.
Right,
ways.
Meaning like we're having a conversation, I want to go into it more, but if a guy is sitting here, you guys argue, and then you move on and go have a beer.
Right.
Which I think is so unique. It is really cool. But I always, yeah.
Chris, I want to check in with you. Does that sound pretty accurate to you?
I would say so. I mean, I think definitely, I know with Aji and I, she's like, I need more words.
Yes.
I want more words.
Yes.
Or she wants to sort of, like Aji will say things several times, and I'm like, I got it. I hear you.
Yes.
I got it. And she'll want to kind of say it again and say it again. And I'm like,
we don't think that you hear it because you're not acknowledging. You don't say, I heard you, babe.
Yes. Well,
okay, you know what? That's exactly it. Like, I'll say I got it thinking, I heard you, babe. But if I don't say it a particular way, then it's when I say, I got it,
yes.
I got it, I'm
okay.
good.
Yeah.
You know
but
I mean?
From her gender filter, she is thinking, I want understanding, and you're going to communicate that to her in the way that she best communicates, which is venting. It's like letting the valve off a pressure cooker. That's how, and it's with detail. She's very specific in detail, and not just her. So if you let her know, let the steam come out. Give that time, be attentive, understanding, and then validating that you heard. For men in general, it's more about, I'm going to keep this to myself. I'm going to, and I'm talking about your gender, so jump in, but I'm going to process this. And women, we have to allow them the time to process these things and not make it personal.
But
Is this because I made you mad?
I think there's a big distinction that I want to share when we get
when
back.
When we come back, yeah.
Stay with us.
We'll be right back.